the monster under my bed. Reach for me when I repent, and I should have learned. I should have learned. You're the monster under my bed, making mess I keep trying to address. Cannot come to terms with the monster under my bed. I told you secrets I should have kept. You spill them up as I collect, but I fall for it half a million times. Like a bad old house, just one peek inside. You're the mystery with hair, love and history. My hands are red. You're the monster under my bed. Reach for me when I repent, and I should have learned. I should have learned. You're the monster under my bed, making mess I keep trying to address. Cannot come to terms with the monster under my bed.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to the quarterfinals for Shield Overwatch team from Valpo against King's College. My name is Aubrey, also known as Era.
I'm Jang.
And we're going to be hopefully getting in here in a second if the teams stop memeing a bit. It seems like we're going to Antarctic Peninsula, so this is going to be some interesting stuff. I don't think we've seen Shield play on Antarctic
Is this what was
Peninsula.
picked already? I think they haven't picked a map yet.
Well, they specifically selected this one after the
You know what?
ban.
That's a great point. That definitely would imply we are the home team. It looks like as well, so that's great. So we get to
Yes.
start with the map pick, and then
Mhm.
hopefully if we keep winning, we don't have to pick the maps for the rest of the night.
Hopefully, hopefully we don't have to pick the maps for a while.
And we're going in hot. So, like you said, we do have the Antarctic Peninsula, so that's exciting.
Seems like we're going to the submarine. I think we're going to the subphrase. No, never mind. We're going to the lab area first. So what are you kind of expecting for the lab?
So this is a really brawl-heavy space. It's got some difficult angles to work with. I love Symmetra here, but I also think that the Shield team is expecting a higher skill play than what Symmetra might be requiring. I would expect, maybe an Ashe, a Genji, anything with verticality, really even a Hanzo. As for tank, I don't really know. They really have a lot of spaces to grow here and to work with, so I'm really excited to see what happens.
So we are seeing Wistful pull out the Reinhardt. I was kind of, before saying anything, I was kind of expecting the Reinhardt, mainly because of that center pillar. It gives you a lot of coverage to work around, a lot of blocking space. We're also seeing a Cassidy, Bap, and a Lucy. Same healers on both sides. It seems like Bap's getting really popular lately.
Yeah. And looks like Symmetra is being used. That is good to see. Teleports early spawn, really useful. And then there's also traps on top of the pillars, absolutely deadly at dealing damage. Symmetra also, I feel like, got a recent damage increase, so that's just really powerful, good for her to have.
Yes, so we're getting into our first fight here around the corner. Unfortunately, Wistful getting blocked off, but fortunately, the lovely Immortality field there to save him.
Yeah, Mei tried to Mei wall there, got some value, but not enough to really hold its weight. Cassidy doing a great job getting the off angle. Ooh, can you get the Baptiste? Not quite. Jungle Queen looking for the kill, and we'll take it.
Yeah, unfortunately right there, it kind of did not go in Shield's favor right now. Kind of just trying to make as much damage up as possible. Unfortunately right there, Wistful just got taken out right away, and that kind of protected them very, like, just not giving them the correct setup they really needed right there.
Yeah, it is difficult when your tank goes down first. It never means a fight lost, though. Shield just had to regroup that fight. Oh, they do get picked from the Symmetra. That is unfortunate. Definitely got to play as a team here. You can't have those off stranglers. So.
Yes. So this is also putting the team in a really bad position too. Mainly because the other team already has an ult advantage going in.
We got the run shatter though. That could be very valuable. Oh, beautiful when there's no window to get in the, or no shields to get in the way. Easy team kill there.
Yeah, that was a very good example of how Shatter can win an entire fight.
It's important that if the opponents don't have a shield, they have something to counter that Reinhardt, and it looks like they weren't ready for that. They wasted the BAP ult too, and they switched to Ana, so that's a beautiful thing to see there.
Yes.
And they have the sim turrets on that doorway, so they cannot get through without taking a considerable amount of damage. Looks like sim ult is up. That is a beautiful ult to have. It's a beautiful shield that can protect you out of any situation if needed. Reinhardt looks like he's going to be struggling here a little bit, but we'll do fine overall. Ooh, maybe not. Spoke too soon. Reaper's coming out. Ooh, and the sim ult was used. Not the best timing. But that's okay. We still have Blizzard. We still have Window for the Valpo Beacons, or Valpo Shields, excuse me. And then looking at the opponent's team, we do have Lucio ult as well as Mei coming up. Both very powerful ultimates to have in situations like these. Lucio ult will counter Blizzard, at least for a little bit. Might be able to pick one at a time, but can't take all of them. So there's the Blizzard we want to see. Mei controls. Oh, beautiful, beautiful three-piece from Valpo Shield.
Yep, this is putting Kings in a very bad position right now. They're going to need to back up, just mostly get regrouped right now, but they do have the lead by at least one fight, meaning they can take at least one fight before Shield goes into the lead with the percentage of taking a point. We are seeing Vamputee switch over to Reaper instead of the Symmetra. I think that's a good choice. He definitely seems way more confident on the...
Ooh, that Ana did not know that that Reaper was there.
Nope, unfortunately for her. And that's another team kill going very quickly, as well as a wasted May ult.
The lead is going in favor of Valpo Shield now, and that's exactly what you want to see. At the start, you know, they weren't doing hot as well. They lost that team fight at the beginning, had a hard time regrouping in time to take a push. But as soon as they got it, it was a hard fight to keep it, and I feel like they've done a great job with that so far.
It seems like the opposing team has learned that going for that little side entrance, not the best pick for going against Valpo, since they're kind of expecting it.
Reinhardt might struggle here. Oh, doesn't quite make it out alive.
No, unfortunately not right there. Valpo still has a few good chances. Losing the point, most likely going to lose the point right now. Yeah, Vamputee going down right there, and just gonna need to regroup, but they do have about 2 fights-ish, where they can definitely get back in there and get some momentum.
The remaining Shield players in that fight, what they're trying to do is just stall the time so that the ticker goes all the way up to 99, and that the opponents, they don't get the time sooner than later, so they have time to regroup in time. Pretty cool. I said time a lot there. That's a little funny.
That's nice. Sticking with the Lucio right now is probably is still a good choice. But I think at some point they're going to need to go for some more healing comp, especially to counter that Ana. A Kiriko would definitely be very nice.
Ooh, Reaper, don't die on me! Oh, the May missed. That's good.
Somehow, the May.
And there is the Reaper ult coming out. Ana's the last one alive, and now it's a team kill.
Nope, and that's gonna be a GR. Good round. And I didn't think they were gonna make it back, but
both Valpo and Kings did an incredible job making it to 99-99. So we could see something incredible come out on the King side as well here.
Yes.
Could become a really close one. Or we do know Shield did a lot better at the beginning than the end. We might just see a pile drive through with Valpo Shield here.
Depending on which team it, depending on like how the momentum gets started, sometimes the momentum carries through. It really all depends. Some teams have like really good comebacks and such, so it really depends on like what team you're going past, just what's going on in their head.
And with Antarctic Peninsula, pun intended, there is a snowball effect in place for a lot of teams. You know, you want to make sure that if you're losing, you get out of the snowball effect, and if you're winning, you keep that roll kind of growing stronger. Because it hurts when you keep losing fights, and so you want to keep that mental gain. If you're losing, you want to keep it steady, and if you're winning, you want to keep it head fast and strong.
Yeah. So going into this, Kings is going back to their original plan. Nice blocking of May. Unfortunately, that May had the same idea. Felt it's a little more effective right there.
Reinhardt definitely taking the fall there. Looks like Shield will lose the first fight, and we'll have to recover the point.
Something we didn't see, Vamputee actually died incredibly early on in that fight, I believe.
Yeah, I believe the Junker Queen got a knife on him that attracted him to his opponents and made it quick work for them.
Yeah, not the best thing. It seems like Vamputee is probably going to try and just kind of playing more on the offense with this. I'm surprised he isn't going more in like a flank position. Oh,
the Maywall counter the shadow. You don't see that often. How tragic.
That is very sad.
Oh, the May does go down, having already used her ice block. And here comes the Valpo Shield ults.
Window's first ult, second ult on the playing field, posing Window. Oh, this is
great counter ults by Kings. Valpo Shield out of ults, but so is Kings, and so we've got to see what happens. We do have Blossom coming soon by Vamputee, but we also have Mojo JoJo with her Blizzard coming up too. So whoever gets that first might win the next team fight, because those ults are super powerful.
Yes. Vampire's ult will definitely take a lot of ground if played with right, but Kings might have a good suspicion that Reaper's ult is coming from Vampire. Unfortunately, yet again, getting countered by that wall. Their walls, King's walls have been on point, and Valpo's walls, not so much.
It's definitely been a struggle for them, and with 78% done, Valpo's shield does need to do something quick. Mo Jojo is about to get her their ultimate. Solaris is going to get their ultimate. That'll counter it, but also we got to be mindful of the Blossom here. It really needs to be a very good wild card in this situation. And Lucio might not hold his beat for the Mei, but we do know we have 5 seconds left. There's the Mei, and there's the beautiful Shatter. Getting the 3 on the Blossom, something that we needed to see for Valpo's shield. Doing great work. Countering, or the, excuse me, not countering, but the, what is her name? The Mei ult, there we go. Mei ult was not fruitful in the manner, not taking a pick. But there is some low health, but that's what supports are for, so it's nice to see that.
I believe Kings only managed to take 1 down, but taking down a support with that Mei ult didn't do much for them, so.
In terms of ultimates, we do have those 2 support mains, or support ults on Valpo Shield getting ready to go, as well as Blizzard for Valpo Shield. Opponents do have Blossom coming up, as well as Window and Beat. Oh, they have a lot of ults actually ready, except for Blizzard. So that's intense to see. Ooh, that Mei's in trouble, and she's down.
We are seeing that wall come into quite a bit of effect. Blossom, yep.
Not quite in time. The BAP will go down. That's always good.
Yeah, it's always good, but Fusic was the only one on point right there. Can Vampire make it to point? I'm gonna say
so.
no, but he's gonna try. Unfortunately.
Looks like. Oh, go ahead.
Nope, I'm just saying, unfortunately, that's point 2 going to Kings.
Yep, so we're going to the final option for Arctic Peninsula. Next person takes all for the first point, so that's really exciting to see. And I look forward to seeing if there's any changes that are made. Vampire is struggling against the opposing Reaper, but has won his fights too. And again, a beautiful Blossom Shatter coordination there, making quick work when they had the ult deficit. So that's really cool to see.
One thing, so I am liking the change off of the Lucio. I don't think it was really doing much for them. It did help in some instances, but in other instances, I just think the lack of healing was just not the best choice. Also seeing the Kiriko, another good choice, I think. They kind of just need that higher healing output that BAP and Lucio just wasn't providing at the time.
Oh, for sure. And when I think of a perfect combo, I think of Reinhardt Ana. Like a nano to Reinhardt is such a terrifying feat and can last so long in a fight. Ooh, but he is struggling there with the Mei wall, doing the damage.
Yep, which, and I hate to say it, but Fusic's walls are not been on point today.
Yeah, they're not where they need to be. A common theme we're noticing right now is Valpo's Shield is losing the first fights, and they have to have the recovery pushes. We do, however, see a 50% Ana, and that is always powerful to have. That means next fight, they're probably going to have it at Nano.
Right now, I'd say I would, mainly towards Fusic, I'm going to probably say it might be a better option to go for a comfort pick instead of the Mei. The Mei has been doing some good work, but right now those walls have been creating a lot of situations that aren't very good for the team. So.
He can't live that, no siree.
Nope.
Alright, so we do have the support ults coming up. We have Shatter ready to go, and we also have Blizzard on its way. They have to compete against Junker Queen's ult, which is kind of good, not the best in these situations, but can be fruitful. As well as Blossom, which will be very powerful, so we have to be careful about that.
The one nice thing about Kiriko is that this ult is going to, is that Queen's ult is kind of negated, unfortunately, if done in a right way. Unfortunately, right there, it just did not work out.
See, there's a lot of ults happening here. Will they get the value? Oh, that's hard. That's hard. There's the health back. Will he get the Mei that's right there? No, he misses. But he's still alive.
Somehow, I have absolutely
There's a health pack and there's an Ana with a nano right behind him. That's going to be powerful.
Yeah.
Also, Ryan gets ult faster than a lot of characters in this game. So he's already at 50% after just using Shatter that fight. Ooh, Hanzo, that's a good wild pick, looking for those hard picks, that intelligence and the damage dealing. There's the May Blizzard. May almost drops, not quite, tragic.
That would have been very good for. We're seeing that nano Ryan, like you were saying.
Ryan is shattered, they do need to touch point. There's the Blossom coming out, taking out the Mojo. Someone needs to touch point, do they know that? Yes, they do. Oh, good pick. Ah, but it's not enough.
Nope.
So
I
tragic.
think that's it for that, with first round going to Kings.
Yes, but we cannot stress this enough. These are close fights the whole time. So these are incredible stuff to see. Yes, Valpo Shield's losing their first fights, but they are contesting, they're fighting hard. And look at this, they're playing the game even. So it's very clear both teams have a lot to prove this matchup, and they want to see some, and we're going to see some great games, I'm imagining.
This is the other thing, just kind of stating the point, stating especially in the Challengers division, they're pretty all equally skill ranked matchup, because Valpo Shield is actually the 2nd seed and Kings is the 7th seed, and being able to take a round off of the 2nd seed as the 7th seed means that they're actually quite a lot closer than one may believe. So
that's right, you cannot stress that enough. That's a great point. I know for the Valpo club team we have here, we played against the seed above us, and just one seed above, and we were still, it was like night and day in terms of rank level and skill level. So it's really interesting to see. But yeah, it's really awesome. Also, Antarctic Peninsula, we cannot forget that is a new map for many people. So next, we are banning a new map. The new ban will be a hybrid ban. So what are you thinking for a hybrid ban? I'm thinking they might ban Numbani or Paraiso.
I mean, I would also expect a Hollywood ban, just because as many people don't like Hollywood. Our teams here, they don't like Hollywood, but there's a ban for Eichenwald.
Eichenwald was not in the regular season of gameplay. It was only available during this match. So it makes sense that people banned it. If this is a new team, they didn't play it at all during the season. They don't want anything wild or new. So banning it's perfectly reasonable, leaving Valpo Shield a wide variety of options for hybrid maps.
Eichenwald actually was available in an earlier season, not the most recent season.
Oh, that's right.
But fortunately, map pools are gone. Just gotta thank the devs for that one. I understand the reason for doing map pools, but it just doesn't work with the level of like maps that we have. It just until we get more, maybe like for Overwatch 3 or 4, if those come out, then I could see map pools maybe returning. Maybe. Again, it depends on how many maps there are, how many new modes, stuff like that. But that's like 20 years in the future.
Oh, geez, 20 years. That's quite a far ways away. All right, so I'm thinking King's Row is what's going to be played. Valpo Shield, that's their comfort pick.
Yes.
I always feel like they know what they're doing on King's Row. They've done a fantabulous job. I really think King's Row is their move here. What do you think?
I agree. I am going to say, from as many games as I've witnessed, as many games as I've seen firsthand from actually inside the game, both teams love some scrims row, and both teams have a very big love for Reinhardt in Overwatch 2. So kind of having, I think the team's getting some discussion going on. We're also seeing a swap going in for FanPT swapped out for Dirty Wolf, who is our senior. So after this semester, Dirty Wolf is going to be graduating.
That's right.
So, Blizzard World.
I'm honestly not incredibly surprised.
I'm not surprised. It's just
it feels like Valpo wanted to mix something up. They knew that like their comfort picks weren't working, because I can say that team lineup they did on Antarctic Peninsula is their comfort lineup. So this is something new. They kind of have to have something new here going. So Blizzard World, obviously not their comfort pick. That would be King's Row, but definitely something they're familiar with and aware of and can do great work on too. Also swapping out Dirty Wolf and FanPuty. FanPuty, you could tell, was struggling against that Reaper. Yeah, could give value, but not consistently enough. Dirty Wolf being a sniper person, using DPS like Ash here, it's just going to be perfect for the situation. Or even Cassidy, going for that hardcore hit scan is exactly what they probably want here, especially against that Reaper kind of avoiding the forcing him to fade out when he gets stuck with the grenade.
So, something I'm kind of noticing here is that King's College is definitely sticking with their comfort picks. Now they're switching it up with a Bastion instead of a Reaper. So we'll see how that goes. But we are seeing a Sigma.
I think Sigma's perfect here. He's got the range, he's got the shield, he's got the rock. He could do a great job against Joker Queen as well as against any DPS that he comes across.
I am also interested in seeing that Zenyatta. The Zenyatta is going to be a cool pick. Ooh, that's bad for Kings. They know exactly where they're coming from.
Ooh, but they're teleporting. It's always a clever thing. Ooh, they put the... Ooh, that's cool. That's a cool little strategy there. And with 5 on point, they're already getting 2 of the clicks through. Can they get the 3rd? Ooh. Oh my word. They got a touch point. Oh no!
Oh, that's
6 minutes to touch point. That's insane. What a fast push.
That's not good for Valpo here. Going down 4. There goes Fusic, the last one. Team kill. Kind of team kill. This is not looking good for Valpo. So that is 5 minutes and 30 seconds, mainly just because they did not expect that Symmetra teleport.
That was definitely a very aggressive push that got great results. They also got booped off from the point when they tried to touch it. Very tragic for the Valpo shield. Definitely have to fight against the time here. They just noticed the Widow switch, so now they have to play safe angles. Ooh, but couldn't quite get all the way safe.
So thinking about this, unfortunately that Widowmaker did get their first pick, but we got a pick in return on Mojo Jojo's Symmetra. Not much is going on, just a lot of like taking damage and then just dishing out in return. That Widowmaker still making a lot of good kills. I saw Fusic trying to get some kills on it, and it was not working. Oh, that's a good.
It was a good drag getting value against the support. That Widow is a dangerous, dangerous opponent. Usually Widows play high ground here, but that Widow playing the low and far ground, and just having impeccable aim has definitely showed to be an hindrance on the Valpo beacon, or Valpo shield, excuse me.
Yeah, so when I was looking at this, I was seeing Fusic really trying to get that Widow down, and he was just really struggling with that arrows, just not making those shots. My assumption is it might be something with like the angles and stuff.
I think angles is definitely a big factor, but it's also the nerves. You know, if you see a Widow destroy 2 of your teammates, you're gonna go in knowing that they don't like to miss, and that's a little hard thing to. That's just a hard fight sometimes. So you can just miss shots not being careful enough.
Yeah.
But Widow is down right now, and that's incredible. So they're able to hold a more open angle, and they have window, so that's beautiful. Forcing Simmel out.
Right here. Now I'm saying like after they use Transcendence, I would go into a more higher healing comp. They really need to make sure that they slive, because any lost fight is not going to be good. Right there probably would have been a really good time to use Trans and then immediately switch out, but it seems like it's working anyway, so no reason to say what they did was wrong, just what I probably would have done.
Beautiful rock by the Sigma we saw earlier. I always love to see a support out of position for a rock to just get absolutely nailed. Almost saw it again, but the TP kind of tried to get him out of there. We do have ultimates on the Valpo shield side. That's a lovely thing to see. The Kings, Kings does have a couple ults ready to go, mostly support. But also holding that far angle of Hanzo, always useful because Hanzo does not have a damage drop. Super handy in these situations.
Oh, that BAP is getting incredibly low. Finally taken out.
Beautiful pick on the Reaper. Oh, and just like that, Valpo shield will be taking the kills. Oh, beautiful stuff.
I think Valpo's getting their groove back. Look at those alts. 5 alts, 1 win fight. They didn't use a single alt there.
Yeah, it's absolutely incredible. That's exactly what Valpo Shields needs in these situations. And they also use the Sonic Arrow to determine where the opponents are going to be coming from. So that's really handy there.
So we are seeing a few interesting things. Seeing the first ult come out with the Lucio beat. Team is actually kind of split up here. Not what you want to see. Not the best choice. Unless the team died very quickly. Nope, the queen was off from her rest of the team. Not the best communication there from Kings.
Yeah, they definitely got split up, but Valpo Shield did have to use 4 ultimates for that one fight win. That is quite a lot of ultimates, so you gotta be careful about that. They still did a great job there nonetheless. Ooh, beautiful kick on the Mei right from the get-go. Looking for that Ana, couldn't quite get it. Jungle Queen kind of being in the hindrance. Oh, but they do get the Lucio! Beautiful.
Beautiful. Noticing that Reaper getting teleporting. Unfortunate though. That Hanzo could have easily done a little pick if he noticed that teleport. But it's alright because we're still getting some good coverage and they're holding incredibly well at this point. So that's all they really need right now. We're seeing a window.
Ooh, and a Blossom. Oh, it does get value.
That does get value indeed.
Alright, so Valpo Shield has about 1 more fight to go for. They do have 2 ultimates, 1 ultimate for sure ready at the start of the fight, and then Dragon can be ready pretty soon, pretty quickly. So that's handy. Good decision there to Sonic Arrow that.
So, like I'm saying, yes, that's exactly what I'm thinking right now. So Lara switching to that Kiriko with that Ana right over there, that Ana is going to be looking for the best antis that she can find, and that
beautiful Dragon spaces them out. Almost gets the Jungle Queen.
Beautiful.
Yeah, Jungle Queen's effectively dead. And that's a team kill.
That was a beautiful Dragon, basically saving that last second.
Forces them off the cart too. Absolutely incredible.
But when I was saying about Kiriko is that Ana can do some serious damage with her anti. And that anti can create several huge problems. Ooh.
Oh, absolutely. Early noon trying to get that kind of out of the danger zone. Looks like they did a good job there. Reaper does fall as well. It's beautiful things. Jungle Queen does get her ultimate on standby. Will she use it here? I doubt it.
No, I wouldn't use it if I was her.
Oh, no, not at all.
It would just kind of be waste right there. Saving it for when you can go in with your team. Speed forward, hit the cart, and anti everyone. Assuming you catch Kirito using their Suzu, because Suzu cleanses that anti-healing effect that Junker Queen has.
And let's not forget to mention that they had 5 minutes and 30 seconds, and now they have 15. Like, it really has changed quite a bit.
Right there. Does Kiriko have her Suzu? I'm not sure, but that's still a snipe.
Uh-oh, we are struggling here for Valpo Shield. Will they get the Lucio? Yes, they will. What about the Bastion? Not quite.
Oh, it's just that.
Let's see, Reaper can provide. Oh, that's Tracer, excuse me. Tracer can provide some good things here. In terms of time delay. Oh, but not enough. Oh, there's a Bastion. That's beautiful. Not quite enough to do enough. But they made it with 0 time left, and they had 5. When they took first point, they had 6 whole minutes. So, in my book, that's a huge thing for Valpo Shield. All they need to do is get the cart over with time remaining, and that's something that is totally possible. Valpo Shield has done it so many times. I definitely believe them to get this done. I do not think they're out of it at all, in the slightest.
Nope. A little bit of a struggling start per se, but I think they've really gotten it back right now. Just kind of changing it up a little bit and using maybe not really secondary characters, because I feel like a lot of these members can play a lot of the different characters. But not their main or go-to or comfort picks for sure. Like right here, definitely not some comfort picks going on. liking the Winston, Echo, and Tracer. Some cool things.
So they're definitely going a dive push here, which is really cool to see, really exciting. I'm always nervous when I see Wistful on Winston because his Winston's either really, really good or really, really rage provoking for him, and so he can lose his gamer cool sometimes. So we want to be really careful here. But I definitely think he can perform incredibly here. Junker Queen cannot do a lot of things against the Winston. Uh, Definitely has options, but not enough to really scare our Wistful teammate, I would say.
Yeah. So one of the things that I've noticed a lot about going Echo, especially for the way the shield runs, heard it from their mouth too, kind of. But the way they play with the Echo is that Echo is focusing on getting those one-on-one picks, with the Tracer focusing more on actually sticking to the main ground and forcing in the very front. So it turns the fights into a 4v5 out of Valpo's favor. Right now.
Oh, look at that ante from our Ana! Incredible.
Was a really good ante.
Oh, you gotta get out of there, Tracer. Oh, nope. That's the wrong way to get out of there.
Jiroro backing up. Think he's gonna get out of there alive.
Oh, he gets out nice and safe. Sticking on the Echo for a little bit longer. We'll see what happens here.
Yeah. I think.
Oh, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
All right, I'm thinking Echo here can be a good decision. They do just they have to get a pick here with the Echo in order to provide some advantage here.
Yeah, main thing, if I don't see this working out first try, I'm gonna expect a Winston switch. Missing that sleep.
Oh, the sleep was missed, but the Mei is down, and that is huge. Can you heal that, Winston? Yes, you can. And this is what they need. They just needed a single pick, even though they lost the first one. Ooh, Cassidy, no! Okay, Tracer has her pulse bomb. That's always handy. Zenyatta is doing a great job staying alive. Ooh, might not, with 1 HP, might not survive that. Nano is coming. That's really good, as well as Zenyatta ult, too. Beautiful stuff to see for Valpo Shield. They definitely have 2 minutes remaining as well. Time is still very relevant. And we're forgetting they still have, as long as they get first point, they have more than enough time to push the cart even farther, so that's really exciting.
Yeah, I am, my expectation is once Wistful gets his ult, I'm probably expecting a switch. I don't think the Monkey's doing much right now. Especially as you said, Monkey isn't really the best choice either. Not the best choice, but like, just not what he's really good at. Are we seeing a nanoed Monkey? We are indeed.
Yes, with the Cassie ulting, does it give value? Nah, some value. This team comp just requires picks more than any other team comp that I normally see. There is no supports there, which is Zenyatta couldn't quite save the Winston.
Unfortunate.
So tragic. But the Junker Queen is all that remains, and she is hurting right now. Will she get taken? Tracer can. Yes. Okay, so Lars will finish the deal.
Good stagger, even though I don't think it was really on purpose. This is kind of forcing the Lucio to have to go in on her own.
The Mei is going in there alone. The BAP will not almost fall. It will. There we go. There we go. Okay, okay. There's the BAP. You gotta get the Mei out. She does not have. Yes, perfect. Ooh, is that Sombra?
Yep, that's a
what
Sombra.
Unique pick.
I think the Sombra is more there to get there like quickly as possible, but like and be able to do some additional things.
Oh, absolutely. Junker Queen, Echo ult.
Okay.
That is beautiful. Oh, misses that. That's okay.
Interesting choice using the ult now, but I guess I can understand it.
Oh, they just needed to get the point.
Yeah.
That's exactly what it is. Oh, couldn't quite get the ult out in time.
Nope.
But that Mei's in trouble.
The Mei will also block them off, but like I said before, Wistful going in for that switch, definitely a good choice. I think I think it was Sigma that he ended off with last time. Definitely was doing some good on that defense after the first. Ooh, nice visibility with that.
Sonic, yeah. going back to that Mei wall, Mei wall is great at blocking opponents unless they can fly. So Echo can just fly over that Mei wall, no problem. So you gotta be careful of that when playing against it. Working in Valpo Shield's favor, of course.
Well, fortunately right now, Valpo Shield no longer has that Echo. I think they were mainly doing it for getting that first point. Window coming out from the opposing team. Trying to get that up. Our own window coming out right there at the very end of theirs.
Ooh, beautiful picks by Fusik. You love to see it. Oh, but he does get down. I think the Hanzo play is a good play here. Dragon just super useful. And with a minute 30 left, they do need to regroup here for another team fight. This point is a lot harder than the previous one, in my opinion. You got that curved arch. That's something that leaves some awkward angles in favor of defense. So you got to be kind of mindful of that, careful of that. But as soon as you get past the main one, it is a lot easier to hold the fort effectively. They also have to be careful of Mo Jojo with the Blizzard on standby. That's a dangerous thing to have. Wistful does have everything he needs to do well, though.
Seeing the change, going over to a soldier, almost getting that Mei. That would have been really nice.
It would have been so beautiful. Not quite. Will the BAP go down? Maybe. Ooh, that does get some value. Yes, takes out the support. We will probably see a Mei freeze. Not quite.
Nope, not yet. Would be a waste if they went there. Reaper, still alive, but not really able to do much and in a position where he can't disappear. Nice stagger though, coming from Dirty Wolf.
Reaper is no longer alive.
Just gotta try and get some more thing. This is getting very close to where they're not going to. They have to get that point in order to get that extra time right now.
Oh, essential Mojojo pick. Soldiers is gonna be struggling. Will they get the Junker Queen? Not quite. What about the Reaper? Oh, the Lucio beat is definitely helping the opposing team.
They need that, but they almost have window, able to help keep up some alive. Got that window. Oh,
the Blossom. Great value there. Zen is ulting, which is a good ult. He's anti-police survive.
That Mei ult again, yep. Zen just
it's Zen versus Junker Queen. That's a hard fight to win. Couldn't quite get it, and the point will go to Kings again.
This is a tough one for Valpo. Any single win from Kings will take this game, and they will be out of the game for the next one. Right now, I think trying to think about what
beautiful pick.
What I think might be a good idea for Shield in this moment. Looking at this, they seem to have a lot of problems, mainly just with that Mei. So I think, not really sure which one we're gonna go for. So we are going for an escort now.
Yes. Escort is pretty good. We might see a Route 66. I know Shield loves Route 66. I would be shocked to see a newer map, but they might see that. I also know Garrett Dirty Wolf, the senior, absolutely atrocious on Havana. He's so good. So they do ban the new map, Shabali Monastery, so that's one of the newer maps. So we might see the Route 66. We might need to see Havana. If they're looking for something that wasn't in the season, they might see Watchpoint Gibraltar. That was something that wasn't available for the players this season, but is available now. So we might see a wild card there.
Yeah, personally, I don't think Watchpoint Gibraltar is going to be a good one. It seems like a lot of so Watchpoint Gibraltar, I think you were thinking about earlier. Watchpoint Gibraltar has not been available any season in Overwatch 2. You could not play it at all. It was just kind of existing. Like, it was in the create mode and stuff, but you could not select it.
That's right.
Or you could play it. So
that means that a lot of the players here might not be familiar or accustomed to Watchpoint Gibraltar. So that could hold an advantage because I know the Valpo Shield team has played that quite a bit, quite extensively in Overwatch 1. They definitely have their strategies there that apply to this Overwatch game. It really depends on if that's what they want to go for.
Mm-hmm.
I'd just say if you're looking for a wild card, that's my biggest recommendation. Watchpoint
Mm-hmm.
Gibraltar is just something that no one's going to be ready for, more than Shield in my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
But if we're looking for a safe bet, I would say Route 66 or Havana. That is
Mm-hmm.
what I would see there.
Yeah. Those are the main Havana and Route 66 are the main two I'm thinking about when I think about a good option. The only reason why I think most teams are going to be very hesitant on Watchpoint Gibraltar is like I said, um, it has not been available to any of the teams or like any playing besides custom games, which you could not. You had to like specifically choose and specifically decide to have people play with you, like maybe in like scrim or something, but there was no reason to do scrim when you can do like Shambhala Monastery or something, one of the newest maps. So um interesting. And Watchpoint Gibraltar I don't think has had enough time, especially this season, to get set up with new strategies. I see. Different pick.
So we do have Circuit Royale. Circuit
Mhm.
Royale is one of the newer maps. It's the second newest escort map. The
Mhm.
newest one was banned. This one has a really unique playstyle with 180 turns, super sharp corners, altitude effectiveness. Really great for DPS. I'm really surprised Valpo Shield picked this because King's College, as we saw, had a Widowmaker that was absolutely on point.
Mhm.
This map is a Widowmaker's dream.
Mhm.
So you really want to be careful here. But you also have Fusick could be going a Pharah play here. Pharah is really powerful here too, as long as that Widow is out of sight. So you just got to be careful about that. But also Circuit Royale is really truly an enjoyable map that can
Mhm.
see a wide range of options, and so I'm curious to see how it goes. So now we're
Mhm.
going in. Let's take a look.
Thinking that might be good, like you mentioned the Farah. It might be a good idea to show up like a Farah Mercy, depending on what they're thinking right now. Still going at King's College, still going for attack first. So let's hopefully we get a nice hold here on this first point
Yeah,
for
and real
Valpo.
quickly, the first point is some of the hardest point because as you can see where that little race car is on the road and that little line in the center of the road, the neon
Mhm.
that like kind of lights up, that's the first corner and that's a sharp turn. So there's some altitude to the behind. There's the Widow we were talking about on both teams. So
Mhm.
this is a Widow heavy map. Dirty Wolf, I think, is an incredible Widowmaker.
Mhm.
On his best days, I think he can very confidently beat this Widow. I'm worried that it's in his head, though. He might not win the first fight, and if he doesn't win the first fight, I think he'll have to struggle to win the rest. But I think he can do it. I definitely think he could do it.
There's probably a lot of stress going through Shield's head right now for this first match.
This could be the last match of their season. I hope they're not thinking like that. I think they're coming in with I hope they're coming in with that necessary anxiety and confidence
Mhm.
that they would need to pull it out. But Mojojo is going Symmetra for some Symmetra
Mhm.
teleportation. That's always a powerful thing. But
Oh.
we do have the Hanzo Widowmaker, which is a
Mhm.
double sniper setup, which is really good in this playout. And Dirty Wolf will get the first snipe, so that's how I know
Mhm.
Dirty Wolf is locked in and ready to go.
And it was on that Widowmaker being able to figure out where they were.
And this is exactly what Dirty Wolf does. When he needs to be a hit scan and perform for his team, he does a phenomenal job. Absolutely
Ooh.
decimating the 2 DPS. And a team cannot effectively push without their DPS if they have no picks of their own. So
Nope.
now they have the first corner. Wistful is with Sigma on the cart, doing a great job protecting it. And they have the high ground behind, like we were mentioning before.
Using that to kind of keep its statement, that as soon as that Widow got killed there by Dirty Wolf, immediately switching over to Genji. Um, so might be a good thing for Valpo Beacon there. Wistful incredibly low. Dirty Wolf was taken out there by that Genji, I believe.
That is one thing Genji does a great job of doing is countering a Widowmaker. Even from range, if you can tell when the Widow's going to see you and shoot at you, you just press E quickly. So you got to be careful of that. Hanzo doing a good job staying alive here. Is able to play a little aggressive because he's always able to just hop on back to the high ground with his ability, a passive ability, just climb walls. Casual thing to do as an archer is climb walls, of course. Do have the Ana here. Ana's looking for that Genji kind of tap. Couldn't quite get it, but that's okay. will rock the Junker Queen. Junker Queen is hurting quite a bit.
Seems like I think the that Junker Queen was antied there. We got a nice dragon, just kind of taking out that Lucio. But unfortunately, that was some members in the back line.
Looks like Genji will get out of there for the most part. Well done from the opposing team. Valpo Shield will have to recover here and regroup and figure out what they want to do here.
4 minutes and 28 seconds. It was better than the last time. We'll say that. But this is going to mean a lot more resetting for Valpo Shield.
Fusick doing a great job preventing the opponents from pushing too aggressively, taking out 2 of their opponents with ease, it looks like. When Junker Queen goes down.
That's the main thing. Need to really protect on this map, this push right here. Dirty Wolf is going to need to back up. They're not going to. Nope.
Dirty Wolf might wanted to swap there. I couldn't tell why he was staying there. But I will say this point is such a difficult point because it has a 180 angle of turn. So there's a lot of places you can be shot at, a lot of places you gotta be as an attacker. And it's just a difficult place to be. Sim is doing their best to counter that, but can't quite get all the value they need to get. Ooh, but they do some counter ults there.
Genji ult. Is it nanoed? I think that was nanoed.
I don't think it was.
Nope, it wasn't.
Opponents don't have a nano.
That is true. That is very true.
Speaking of nano, Valpo Shield will have their nano ready to go for the next fight. And as well as Dragon will become available very, very soon. They will be able to contest before the point gets captured, though, so that's always good.
Very good thing. That's kind of what they need right now. Window coming up from Shield, King. Good
point there. I think that Nano hit the wrong person here. No, it hit the Reaper. Maybe that's what they wanted. That's hard to say. Reaper is out of position just a little bit. Fusick does get the Lucio. Ooh, and there goes Genji. Junker Queen's going to deal a ton of damage. Will Dragon be used? Dragon will be used. Value's not necessarily what they want.
That is a good anti, though.
Yes. And they do get a good amount of picks. It's just unfortunate that it's not what they needed.
No.
Sigma's able to come back to recontest the Junker Queen. In my opinion, a 1v1, Sigma does beat a Junker Queen, but it is a little hard to denote that because Junker Queen just has supports right behind her the whole time.
Yeah. Whole lot, just like a really interesting way to react to this. We still got 3 minutes and 40 seconds on the clock. Valpo just kind of really needs to hold this position, needing to stick here. And another thing they need to be really aware of, I think is also throwing them off, is those massive teleports. Every single
teleport has been pretty valuable. But let's not forget, Dirty Wolf just got a 2K on the Blossom there. Beautiful stuff to recontest this point. This is such a brawl-heavy spot because this is the only way in on this portion. So they have to play this part. And it's really hard to TP into. It's really hard to fight out of because Reaper can just hold that edge there, stay there as long as he really wants to because he can get healed quickly. It is unfortunate that Hanzo does get killed there. But the Sigma ult gets the Junker Queen out. And beautiful stuff, incredible. You love to see it.
But like I was saying, that Symmetra teleport has been, okay, we're pausing. Never mind. That Symmetra has been a really big problem child, I guess what you could say, for Shield. It's just kind of teleporting, and that entire team is always on that back for whenever their teleport is going on, they're immediately on there.
There is a Widowmaker out trying to wreak havoc on the back line. Does a good amount of value. Ana will be down. Ooh, okay, Valpo Shield has no supports here. Has to play really carefully. With an anti Sigma, it is also very difficult. Dirty Wolf will fall to the Widowmaker. Really tragic. It's just Sigma right now. Sigma does not have a lot of health, so has to play this very carefully. But I believe he can. Ooh, the Lucio beat. I don't know why it came out this way, unless they just really wanted the Sigma to feel contested here.
I think it was probably just more for just to keep that, just trying to keep the Queen alive. Queen has kind of just been was really kind of struggling to survive there.
Oh, for sure. Looks like they're doing a... Oh, I get it. Sigma's struggling here. We'll get value on at least, definitely. Okay, the Lucio's... No, the Baptiste did the right thing there. Kept the Sigma, or kept the Lucio alive there.
Yes.
We do have Kiriko ult coming up. That's pretty useful.
We have not seen an effective Kiriko ult. The last one kind of went out in panic, so I'm hoping to see this one out because you can win a fight with Gates alone.
Oh, absolutely. We also have Nano on standby, which is a beautiful thing to have.
Yes.
Like I said, Nano, in my opinion, is the best ultimate in the game. Makes any character better, purely based on like rough skill, and so it's really handy there.
So we got a few good things. We do have an anti. Oh, do we have?
Let's see, can we get the
Suzu?
Nano
I don't
Sigma?
think we
Oh,
have
the
Suzu.
Blossom! Yes! Beautiful Blossom.
Oh.
And we still have Nano. Oh, you'll love to see it. We're gonna have Dragon coming up soon. You were really nervous there, I can tell, but that's okay.
I am very nervous right now. This is coming in. I think we were a little more confident than we should have when we were coming into stream. I think everyone was.
Beautiful Dragon.
Yes.
Great
nice,
displacement.
Nice.
Forces the Lucio beat out. They are gonna push pretty aggressively. We do have Wistful ulting. Gets the Lucio for sure. No, what?
Nope. Lucio.
Okay, Lucio's down. Lucio's down. Lucio's
Okay,
down.
he's down.
I do want to see Nano here. I don't know what you're gonna Nano. Anything. I do recommend nanoing though. Nano. Nano. Perfect.
Yes.
And that's a team kill, which means the round's over, which means Valpo Shield can definitely take the cart that far. You know, they've done it before. They're pretty aggressive. I would love to see Fusic play Pharah here. I feel like that's what he does for fun. But there is a Widowmaker out, and that is dangerous, so you got to be really careful. If they don't have a Widow though, I could definitely see him playing Pharah. Pharah is just so beautiful on this map, and you can't forget about it.
Yes, there's a lot of comps that could be run. A lot of different choices here. Trying to go for that Widow again, scare them off that Widow, and then go into a Pharah. That might be something, because we saw that happen before, where Dirty Wolf scared the the Widowmaker, the Widowmaker out of Widowmaker, force them to retreat, go into Genji, and then swap into something that counters Genji. Something like that.
That's true.
But this time they're actually starting out fully with the Genji, which is going to be interesting. Not gonna be a good time for Dirty Wolf right then and there. But we are still sticking with the double sniper and Chiroro on Kiriko, mainly just to counter that Queen. Those antis have been incredibly good, and Suzu is really necessary. The thing is, I'm just not sure how Kiriko can stay alive in this in the opposing team's comp while being there to help Suzu. Sigma is necessary, so we'll see how that goes.
I will say, I really like how everyone besides Sigma has a long-range damage input. Like, everyone can deal a lot of damage from afar. Oh, no one's up there. Tragic. Great spot to look, though. Perfect. Oh, you love to see it. That Junker Queen was not ready for it. Oh, that Genji was not ready either.
Man, oh man, that was a good one. Genji, I think that Genji was a little bit more surprised. I don't think they saw that Widow coming around. Wistful getting quite a big head start, trying to chase down some of those team people.
Oh, that was not a ready Lucio. Oh, you'll love to see it. Let's see here. They go Sigma themselves, which is a good pick in my opinion. Sigma does counter Sigma. There's also a Widowmaker. Looks like Sigma was trying to rock the Widowmaker off the position, couldn't quite do it. And then our Widowmaker has to be very mindful and careful.
Mainly that teleport, once again, throwing
a Sigma. Boss. Wait, who went down? No one went down. What?
No, Chiroro went down.
Oh, so tragic. No. Valpo Shield losing their people. Very tragic. So, we do have to see a regroup, recontest, refight.
But they still pushed incredibly far with that one thing. I'm hoping they really see that Symmetra turret kind of placed in there, expecting them to cut through right there. They
There you go,
noticed.
Symmetric turned down.
Maybe it was just like an accident there or not. I'm not sure.
Oh,
Oh,
was there for the earlier fight, I imagine. Oh, that's a lot of
that is a lot of
turrets.
Sigma damage.
Damage to our Sigma.
Just kind of needing a lot of healing. I don't know where our Zen is. But we are seeing some changes going on. The Widow really...
Oh, that Lucio tried to boop off the Sigma. Oh, and he's right in the he's dead. That's tragic.
And
That's
an
another
anti.
practically team kill against Valpo Shield, so they do need to regroup. Got another fight to contest. Got a minute 30, definitely doable. They have to be careful because, excuse me, why am I blanking on her name? Symmetra has her ultimate ready, as well as her turrets in the positions that she wants. It's a really dangerous setup that they have to play against. And Valpo Shield low on ultimates here, to say the least.
Yep, the Widow is creating a huge problem right now. Same thing with that Ana. That anti has been incredibly dangerous.
So we do have the ult come out from Kiriko. It's really handy for pushes, keeping it aggressive. But they are down a person the whole time. But the opposing team is low on health, so maybe they can get a good pick here.
Yeah, hopefully. Unfortunately, Hanzo was seen.
Let's see how the dragon looked. Dragon, I think, was a good dragon, all things considered. Sigma is going to ult here. Oh, but he will get dropped. Oh, no.
Is unfortunate. Only Solaris sitting on point. Like I said, those antis are being incredibly killer. If you didn't notice, Sigma was actually antied right before he was dropped. And that kind of made Solaris's ultimate kind of useless in the end because it wasn't able to heal that tank.
So we do have the opposing Sigma ultimate coming up, and next would be Dirty Wolf's ult. In terms of that, really, there's no more ultimates for the rest of the fights. Only 5 seconds left on this point. You gotta be careful here. Sigma needs to get that healing. He's taking quite a bit of damage. Doing a good job there. Hanzo trying to get some early picks maybe. Can't quite get him. Looking for the Sigma, looking for the Widow. Oh, okay, gets avoids that. That's good. But the Widowmaker is definitely looking for him. Only one person on point. That's the Sigma. Oh, the Lucio does get dropped. He couldn't quite kill the Sim. What? There we go. All right, who's left on point? All right, we got. Oh.
Nope. I don't think he's gonna touch, and that is it for Shield.
And then King's College takes it all.
Yeah.
So it was a best of 3, first of 5.
Mm-hmm.
So Valpo Shield couldn't quite do it, but that's okay. They had an incredible season. And look at that. Wistful gets play of the game.
Yes.
Master World Challenger. Beautiful stuff. Let's see what happened here. Oh, beautiful. There's 4 people lifted there. Takes out the Junkrat. Takes out the Junker Queen. Oh, and then just assists those.
Of the team. Yep.
It's good.
Well, we still have one of our Overwatch teams in semifinals actually this week. 4th seed going up against 1st seed Beacon this weekend. I will be there. So I'm not sure about anyone else, but we also have some other games coming up this week. I think Wednesday we have League of Legends still going on? Nope. Okay. It's just Beacon in playoffs. So. Oh, Rocket League.
And Rocket League. You cannot forget the Rocket League. Oh, no.
Okay. So we got Beacon and Rocket League going into playoffs this semester. So let's, hopefully we'll catch you at those games.
Yep.
I'm Aubrey.
I'm Jang.
Hope to see you at the next one.